Just because Jason and I always talk about having a solid asset protection plan that is looped into a solid estate plan doesn't mean that we don't think you need insurance. In fact, quite the opposite. We work with insurance professionals all the time to increase our clients' insurance policies and their limits and get them umbrella policies. So I want to talk to you about umbrella policies. Many of you have heard of them. A lot of you don't know how awesome they are and how cost effective they are. So umbrella policies, typically you can get up to about $5 million in additional coverage that sits on top of your base policies for your vehicles, your homes. There you can put rental properties in some of these policies. Your motorcycles, jet skis, RVs, airplanes, you name it, you can probably insure it under an umbrella policy. And even though you're talking about $5 million or $1 million of additional coverage, they're relatively inexpensive because they are the secondary insurer. And I might have some insurance professionals in here that critique my accurateness, but I talk to the common guy the way I would want to be talked to. So I explain it for dummies. So the idea is that the umbrella policy doesn't ever pay anything unless you exhaust your base policy. So you have a strong base policy of, let's say, 100, 300 on your automobile or 250, 500 on your automobile. And no one ever taps the umbrella unless you have something catastrophic and then they dump their 1 to 5 million on top of that. And because they rarely get tapped, their risk is lower. And because their risk is lower, your premium is lower. So if you don't have an umbrella policy, call your agent. If you don't have an agent and you buy online insurance, don't do that. Get an agent. They're good. You call your agent and they sell you stuff. But they will educate you on how much is necessary, how much you should have. And they'll also look at your underlying policies and tell you where you might have screwed up. Just had a good friend that dropped their uninsured motorist only to get rear-ended several months later by a drunk driver in his beater of a car that had no insurance. So get an insurance agent. But also get an umbrella policy. They're super cheap. They help protect you, and they become the low-hanging fruit in a lawsuit that then is backed up by a solid asset protection plan. So we feed the bottom feeder personal injury attorneys. They get paid off the insurance. It does its job. It insulates us from personal liability, and you sleep well at night knowing everything else is protected. So get an asset protection attorney and get an umbrella policy. Probably in that order. We can help with the first one. Have a good day.